Sometimes the people who have the least to give end up teaching us the most. I learned that one afternoon outside a little cafe in Kerala. Back then, I was really struggling. Money was tight, and on that particular day, I was starving. It was past lunchtime. I was not just hungry, I was famished, and I had only a few bucks left in my pocket, just enough for a cup of coffee and my favorite sandwich. So I was heading to my usual cafe, and right outside the church gate, I saw him again, this old man. He carried this bag and a knife sharpening machine, the old kind with a wheel and a pedal, like a bicycle. Uh, I don't even know if it still worked, but what struck me wasn't the machine, it was him, the old man. He was old, frail, barely able to walk, but I had never seen him beg, not once. He still carried that machine like he was out looking for work. He he was, despite his condition, he maintained his dignity. Anyway, I went inside the cafe. I ordered my sandwich and my coffee, but my mind stayed on him. And when my order arrived and I was about to take a bite from my sandwich, this little voice inside me whispered, "Why don't you share your sandwich with him?" I hesitated. I was also starving, but I walked out and gave him my sandwich. He looked up, his eyes half closed. He stretched out his feeble hands and took the sandwich with gratitude. And in that moment, my stomach was still empty, but my heart felt so full and light. And so I went back in. I went back in to pick up my coffee, and as I was about to take a sip, I had requested it to be extra sweet, just the way I liked it. And as I was about to take a sip, the voice came again and said, "Why not coffee as well?" And I'm like, do I really have to? He might not even like it because it is extra sweet, and what if he's diabetic? I tried to excuse myself, but then I thought, I have already gone half the mile. Why not the full mile? Maybe today should feel like his lucky day. So I asked for a paper cup and poured the coffee into the paper cup, and I took it to him. He was enjoying the sandwich when I placed the coffee in his hand, and he looked up at me and gave me a faint smile. And honestly, that smile said more than any words could, because we hardly spoke any words, we hardly communicated, but then that faint smile, it said more than any words. As I walked away, something strange happened. I didn't feel my hunger anymore, though I was still hungry, but then the pain of the hunger was not there. And as I was driving home, I almost wanted to cry, not from sadness, not from hunger, but from this deep joy that this small act of kindness brought me. And I thought, why don't I do this more often? Why am I not more courageous? Why am I not more kind? Why can't I be a little less selfish? That day, I realized life is made up of little moments, and if you miss the moments, you miss life. Because in the end, it's not the big gestures, it's the small acts of kindness that make life truly meaningful. Therefore, life is made up of little moments, little acts.